Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning and happy Friday. And guess who's with us today? Yay. It's time to party, y'all. Thanks so much for starting your day off with us this morning. We got to go out and look at the city real quick, Eric.
Oh, yes. Let's take a look at live cam right now. And there's some clouds out there, but it is very humid out there. I walked out earlier and I'm like, my hair.
I got to get a whole new bottle of Tresemme Spritz, Justin.
The same thing. My hair is just...
I can see it. I can see it.
Everywhere.
Jackson 5 over there.
Let's take a look at the radar. We've got some showers out to the west of San Antonio. These have been generally pretty light. We've had a little bit of fog, too. It's all because of that humidity that Erica mentioned. It is thick, and it will be with us most of today. That means heat index values will also be a problem. So by the time we get into the afternoon, we're looking for a high of 97, but that means it's going to feel like anywhere from 100 to 105. Not only that, there is a small chance of a few more showers popping up this afternoon. We will keep a close eye on that. Should not affect football games, but we will watch the authority radar. Meantime, in the tropics, there is potential development next week. This is still very early in the game, but we do need to start discussing it. We're going to have the details on that, plus a pattern change. Next week, we've got some new model data in. We'll show that to you and tell you what it means for our rain chances coming up. All that here in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, let's take a look outside at our traffic right now. Just pulling up Text Dock right now as we speak. We do have a few collisions that have taken place so far. Accident we got at Loop 410 in the eastbound lane before Cherry Ridge. It's minor. They only got like a shoulder blocked right there. Then there's a stalled vehicle on I-35 South and Walter Street. Got just a lane blocked and a shoulder blocked as well. So
right there on 35 and New Braunfels Avenue, there was a slowdown.
Right here.
Looks like some lanes were closed there. So if you're in that area, be careful. I know there's some closures this weekend we'll talk about later as well, especially around Broadway area, Japhanie. So we'll get to that later in the show.
That collision you were talking about, they have a main lane and a shoulder blocked at this time. So keep that in mind if that's part of your commute. We see the traffic is picking up. We want everybody to be safe out there while they try to clear it up. All right, later this afternoon, a judge will announce her decision and punishment for a couple at the center of a deadly dog attack. Abilene Schneider and Christian Moreno have pleaded guilty to the charge of a dangerous dog attack resulting in death. Erica Hernandez, you've been working on this story for a while now.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on. The range of punishment that we could see is anywhere from probation up to 20 years. And Schneider and Moreno, of course, are hoping that pleading guilty before trial began works in their favor. Also, last week during testimony in that punishment phase, the case saw that the defense really took aim at animal care services. They believe that ACS holds responsibility in this case and even had the dogs quarantined weeks before the deadly attack of 81-year-old Ramon Nájera. But the state is asking for that maximum of 20 years, saying ultimately they have full responsibility as dog owners. We heard from multiple neighbors of the couple who spoke about years of problems they had with Schneider and Moreno and their dogs. One neighbor even attacked himself and said at no time did ACS or SAPD help him in figuring out the next steps to press charges or start an affidavit to deem the dogs dangerous. Now, Japhanie, it will be interesting to see what the judge decides today. While this isn't the first dangerous dog attack case in San Antonio, this is the first one that resulted in death. So whatever the decision, it could be influential in similar cases moving forward. We will be live streaming that sentencing later this afternoon around 1:30.
All right, Erica, can't wait to see it. Take a look at this. We wanted you to see if you recognize this man right here because he was caught red-handed. Bexar County Sheriff's Office says that he broke into the El Burrito on 1604 and Pearsall Road and can be seen on camera taking money from the register, rummaging through the restaurant's office. The break-in is happening last Saturday, and if you know who he is, you're urged to call BCSO at 210-335-6000.
Now here's today's 9 at 9.
Oprah Winfrey held a virtual event with Vice President Kamala Harris, fielding questions from mostly supporters attending both in person and virtually. Many of the questions revolved around Harris's commitment to abortion access, a ban on assault weapons, and a fair immigration system. Meanwhile, former President Trump held events tackling anti-Semitism, saying any university that didn't end anti-Semitic propaganda on campus would be disaccredited.
The United States Postal Service will implement extraordinary measures to ensure 2024 ballots for the nation's mail-in voters are delivered on time. The assertion by the Postmaster General was made amid weeks of concerns raised by both Democrats and Republicans about post offices' past performance. It comes as USPS Georgia's regional procession and distribution center has suffered months of mail issues.
State police say a sheriff is charged with fatally shooting a judge inside a courthouse in Kentucky yesterday afternoon. The victim is identified as 54-year-old District Judge Kevin Mullins. Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins is charged with first-degree murder. Police say that they believe the shooting happened inside the judge's chambers during business hours.
North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is accused of making disturbing statements on a porn site, including allegedly saying he's a black Nazi and wanted to reinstate slavery. Claims made by CNN have not been independently verified. Robinson is running for governor in the state of North Carolina, the state's Republican Party calling the allegation against Robinson a political smear.
The Israeli military said that it struck dozens of Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon on Thursday, while Hezbollah launched at least 17 attacks into northern Israel that day as well, further escalating conflicts between Israel and Lebanon. This latest escalation comes after Hezbollah hinted at retaliation against Israel for this week's deadly pager and walkie-talkie explosions targeting its members.
The days-long pipeline fire in Deer Park, Texas was finally extinguished Thursday. The fire started Monday morning after an SUV crashed through a fence and struck an above-ground valve on a liquid natural gas pipeline. Officials say human remains were recovered inside the SUV and a criminal investigation is now underway. The fire forced the evacuation of hundreds of residents who've since returned home.
Georgia elementary and middle school students marched at the state's capital Thursday in Atlanta, 2 weeks after the deadly shooting at Appalachia High School that killed 4. The children, ranging in age from 5 to 12 years old, demanded tougher action from state lawmakers to prevent school shootings. Georgia's House Speaker John Burns says that they'll consider legislation in the next session.
This morning, the Federal Trade Commission is calling on Congress to pass new privacy laws after the agency found social media companies engaging in vast surveillance on people using apps. Several social media and video companies, including Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, were ordered to explain how they use people's personal information. The report stated that the companies didn't keep track of who they were selling user data to.
One of the world's most famous seafood restaurants was able to claw out of its financial problems. Red Lobster is out of its Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The Florida-based restaurant chain is now, quote, stronger, more resilient, and ready for a bright new chapter. Red Lobster, which made its debut in 1968, has 545 locations in the U.S. and Canada. It employs roughly 30,000 workers. And that's today's 9 at 9.
In case you missed it, last night we aired our latest episode of Know My Neighborhood in South San.
Now, like every neighborhood, it has its problems. In South San, that includes hundreds of tires and piles of trash dumped along Quintana Road. Neighbors see that a lot.
Now, of course, that's why you can hardly see the greenery in some areas, and where the illegal dumping has gotten worse. Avery Evers shows us why this road is considered to be one of the most extreme illegal dumping sites in the entire city.
It's bad. It really is bad.
A walk down the street can't be peaceful for Patrick Garcia.
This whole section is tires and trash.
Because the sidewalks around his property are buried under debris.
How often do you see piles like this on your property?
Well, this is nothing.
I know you said you found dead animals before in the piles.
Oh, dogs and cats.
Years of photos show illegal dumping in South San is a problem. And it's one Garcia is tired of dealing with.
You know, I spent time sweeping the street myself. It's costing me money.
And he's not alone.
Just ridiculous. We care about the land that we live near.
Toys, tires, and piles of trash. This is the reality for residents living in this neighborhood. And that's because of the big problem that illegal dumping has become. And the city says it cleans here every week.
If this is one of the worst dumping sites, put lights, and the city has resources to put cameras, and I think that would put a big stop to this mess.
The city says it struggles to enforce illegal dumping laws because you have to catch someone in the act. One sign sits outside Garcia's property.
You can barely read it anymore.
Oh yeah, it's been, yeah.
That's the only warning label that we've seen.
That's right. That's it.
The city says with the new budget cycle, it's looking at options for new signage and surveillance. But neighbors say a solution can't come soon enough.
You have to zigzag through the items because they practically throw them on the street. We're tired of this.
Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Definitely some frustration in that community there. But again, that's just one of several stories we highlighted on that episode of Know My Neighborhood. You can find more stories about South San on our website, KSAT.com.
It is now 9:08 and it is 82 degrees, a humid 82 degrees.
With Hollywood in town, there's a few slowdowns and closures downtown that you should be aware of. We'll have those details next.
Well, this Sunday is Veterans Suicide Prevention Day. In 2023, over 6,000 veterans died by suicide nationwide.
Veterans are at 72% higher risk of suicide than those who have not served. Community organizations and nonprofits dedicated to helping save lives by spreading their awareness.
Now, our Patty Santos spoke with the Texas Veterans Mental Health Department director on some ways we can all become more educated on the signs.
There was a trend of that rate going down for a number of years, but unfortunately, this last report, the numbers are higher as we look back a couple of years where we were in the effects of isolation and COVID and folks not being able to connect and get to a lot of resources during that period.
Dr. Blake Harris says anyone can save lives by knowing how to connect people to resources and knowing the risk factors for suicide. The Texas Veterans Commission has a lot of resources that can help train agencies and companies on programs that assist veterans. But right now, if you know a veteran or service member who is struggling mentally, encourage them to call 988. That's the Suicide and Crisis Hotline.
The most important thing someone can do is if they are in a crisis or if they think someone else is in a crisis is ask. Ask how someone's doing. Ask if they're thinking about suicide. And if they are, say, okay, well, let's get you connected to services. Let's find someone.
There are a lot of organizations in the Alamo City dedicated to lifting up veterans. KSAT has covered so many of those stories of support. You can check them out on our website.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
And there are a lot of organizations in the Alamo City dedicated to lifting up veterans. KSAT has covered so many of those stories of support. You can check them out on our website at KSAT.com.
Happening today, production on the Yellowstone prequel 1923 is filming right now in San Antonio. That means while Hollywood is in town, you'll see some road closures. The biggest impacts will be in the coming days around the Broadway area near downtown. It's from East Pecan Street to East Travis Street, and this one is only supposed to last until the 25th. And also starting today, these areas are closed to drivers. Broadway from East Pecan Street to East Houston Street, East Travis Street from Jefferson to North Alamo Street, and Peacock Alley from Jefferson to North Alamo Street. These closures are expected to last until September 24th. That's next Tuesday. But all these closures won't last too long. The city says it expects filming to wrap up by September 27th. So you should see everything open and back up by then.
Yes, but if you are stuck in traffic, you need to make sure you got your AC on because we ain't done yet.
Yes, not even close.
Not even close yet.
It's like AC season through about mid-November.
There we go.
Yeah,
and then nature will take over and be like, okay, I got this now.
For a couple days.
For a couple days.
Yes, it is going to be hot this afternoon. It's already warm, already muggy, 82. Yesterday, though, we did get sort of a surprise shower and storm. It was beautiful. And we got some rainbow pictures to prove it. We'll pull it up on our KSAT Connect. Maybe.
There we go.
Double rainbow there. Those are rare, but you get them every now and then, and this was a good shot of it over River Road, nonetheless. We appreciate it. A lot of great shots yesterday, and not only that, it was beautiful sunset if you saw that. So we've got some pictures we can show you there, too. You can check them out on our website, KSAT.com, and look for KSAT Connect. Futurecast. This is one of our computer models, and it does show a few more showers and storms developing this afternoon. It'll be spotty. Most of us will stay dry. Most of us will not see anything, but it's possible one or two of these showers develops and brings you a quick splash and dash. A little bit of rain during the late evening hours. We'll keep an eye on Authority radar as any of those showers develop. So the forecast for today, by 1 o'clock, we're at 92. It'll already feel like 101 at that point. 103 is what it will feel like at 3 o'clock. I think we'll peak with a heat index somewhere around 105. But we do have that 10% chance rain in there late afternoon around dinner time. And if you're going out and about tonight, still 93 at 7 o'clock, and even it's 90 at 8 p.m. So there's not much cool down there. As we go outside for you, partly cloudy, 82 as we said, 81 in New Braunfels. Still in the 70s in Brody and Kerrville, but it's awful humid there with southerly winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Dew points are in the mid 70s. You see upper 70s there at Stinson. It's very, very thick air that is in place over us right now. We call it tropical. And this is the problem with that, and that is the heat index. This is what it will feel like during those peak heating hours this afternoon. Anywhere from 103 to 105 here around San Antonio. So that means, once again, Friday Night Football will be tough, at least when the sun's still up and when the kickoff occurs. This weekend, we can shave off a degree or two. That's about all we can offer you, but it's a little better. 96 Saturday, 94 Sunday, as we officially welcome fall Sunday morning. Okay, let's look long term. So what changes? High pressure's in control right now. That's why we have the heat. It starts to scoot east a little bit. We get one system that comes across the country, and that pushes a front down into Texas. Probably not through San Antonio, but perhaps close enough to where we get a few showers north of town on Monday afternoon. Then we get another low in behind that, and this is where the models get a little confused. They're kind of all over the page here, but I think that by Tuesday into Wednesday, this could drive another front into the area, and this would give us a few more chances for showers and storms, which would be a great thing before it moves east and we clear out some by Thursday. The other thing we'll be watching is what's going on in the tropics, and this is just another moving part. There's a lot of moving parts in next week's forecast, but right now we do not have any development. Let me be clear about that. But I think that by the middle part of next week, or maybe even early next week, we may start to get some showers and storms that may organize. And the Hurricane Center gives us a 40% chance of development. The question will be, where does it move? And a lot of that will, it'll continue with what happens up north, where these lows are moving through, and what can pick it up and what can push it off to the east. So we're going to be watching for that. This is still too early to tell, too early to make any real forecast on what's going to happen there, but we do need to watch it. Anyone in the Gulf needs to watch it. 96 Saturday, 94 Sunday, and then as we get into next week, some small rain chances, as we said, with that pattern shift, and temperatures do come down a little bit, which is great. I'm going to cut my grass tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to knock it out in my backyard.
That's good.
So,
that'll bring the rain, I feel like.
It's going to rain tomorrow now. Watch.
All right. Let's go.
Storm.
Just roll back up. All right, guys. We got to get some fun action coming on today.
Fridays on SA Live are always jam-packed as they get ready for the weekend.
Let's head out to our friends over at Market Square. Jen, you're holding it down, girl. How you doing?
I am. I'm trying. I'm doing great. Happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday.
Yes. And it's a freebie Friday, okay? Because SeaWorld has a big giveaway. It's a family 4-pack for some spooky fun at Hallowscream. So, you know, even if the weather isn't that great, you can still channel those Halloween and fall vibes by going there. And speaking of going places, Fiona is actually live today from the Tobin Center for Performing Arts. They have a big celebration. Hey, Fiona.
That's right. They're getting ready to celebrate their 10th anniversary, and we're going to tell you about all the family fun, food, and fireworks you can enjoy at their free block party this weekend.
Thanks, Fiona. Yes, and another big anniversary is happening for the Rio Bravo and the Guadalupe Dance Company. Jada's going to be live there. And yes, that's Jesse Borrego right there. We're getting a preview of the performance. Also, look at this beautiful cake. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Sweets by Lexi. Alexis is with us. This is a trend right now, right?
Yes, everyone is loving the heart cakes with the vintage design. They also are loving adding satin ribbons. So all the glitter too. I love the girliness of it.
Beautiful.
And I enjoy doing these cakes.
Okay, she's going to show us a lot more. Another cool trend. We will show you that. You have to stick around.
Ooh, that cake does look really, really tasty.
It looks real good.
I know. I might get some.
Hey, there we go. Thanks so much, Jen.
He wants to be a cowboy. He tells me all the time. Each time he gets a new toy, well, he wants the cowboy kind.
Get it, girl. You like that sound? Check this out. You can scan that QR code right there on your screen. Hear from more from musician Lacey Brinson. She's this month's featured artist in our SA Vibes series, where we spotlight a band or musician from the local music scene. Brinson weaves together diverse musical influences and influences from Western swing, rock, traditional country, and bluegrass. All SA Vibes episodes are available to watch on all of KSAT's digital platforms.
And before we go to break, September is Hunger Action Month, so it's the perfect time to donate to the place that feeds more than 100,000 people in our area every week. Find out how to help the San Antonio Food Bank and the people it supports in our community right now on KSATcommunity.com.
All right, it's 9:25 right now. It is 82 degrees outside, and we still got a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including a robbery suspect killed after officers shot at him late last night. What Chief Willie McManus had to say about the incident next.
And the Federal Reserve dropping interest rates by 0.5 point. What this means for South Texas families. Next.
Welcome back. We're continuing to follow the sentencing of Christian Moreno and Abilene Schneider, the owners of a pair of dogs who attacked and killed an elderly man.
The pair have pleaded guilty to the crime, and now it's a question of what their final sentence will be.
KSAT has been following the proceedings. Both Moreno and Schneider pled guilty to the crime, so the trial immediately jumped to the punishment phase. For days, we've heard from neighbors who say they've complained for years about the dogs terrorizing people in the neighborhood and that the dogs had previously attacked 2 other people.
They say we'll be live streaming the sentencing later this afternoon. It's going down at 1:30. Moreno and Schneider each face a maximum of 20 years behind bars for that crime. I know you've been covering this extensively, and this is something that is going to be probably a part of conversation for a long time.
Yes, it will. The police say a robbery suspect is dead after officers shot at him last night on Cantrell Drive on the southeast side.
And the South Sergeant Moore Street is also where it happened. Our Devin Karp shows us what Chief William McManus had to say about the incident.
Police Chief McManus tells us that the 35-year-old suspect had a warrant out for his arrest when he was being surveilled and ultimately shot by officers last night. They say he robbed 3 stores alone just this month. Last night was the 4th. The chief says that the officers were watching the suspect late last night on the 1400 block of Cantrell when he was robbing a store. Now, when they later stopped him at a traffic stop, police say the suspect ran down the street, reached a fence dead end, had a gun in his hand, pointed it at officers who then shot him.
We had a couple of undercover officers there waiting. He went in, he robbed the store. We tracked him back we were going to stop him at an address that we believed he was going to go to. But because of the situation in that address, we didn't want to do it, so we did a traffic stop.
The chief says that suspect died at the scene. They are now waiting for the medical examiner to make a report. We're going to continue to gather new information about this story throughout our newscasts on the day, as well as online at KSAT.com. I'm Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Early voting is getting underway in 3 states today. Minnesota and Virginia are opening their polls, while South Dakota allows absentee in-person early voting. Election day is fewer than 50 days away, but most states allow voting before then. According to the Pew Research Center in 2020, about a quarter of voters cast ballots in person before Election Day. Now, here's a look at some important dates for voting here in Texas. October 7th is your last day to register to vote in the general election. Early voting gets started on October 21st. Lastly, the last day to submit a request for a mail-in ballot is October 25th. Election day is November 5th.
Now to another big story that we're following this morning, an escalation in the Middle East.
Israeli warplanes unleashed hundreds of strikes in southern Lebanon, and Hezbollah launched cross-border attacks.
ABC's Marcus Morris keeping a close eye on the new details.
This morning, Israel pummeling southern Lebanon, with Hezbollah launching their own missiles. This exchange of fire comes after 2 days of unprecedented attacks targeting Hezbollah operatives, their handheld electronic devices detonating across Beirut, killing at least 37 and injuring thousands. The IDF releasing this footage of what it says is a strike on a Hezbollah weapons warehouse in the south of Lebanon. The leader of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah, calling it an act of war. He says the attacks of this week will bring, quote, a severe reckoning and just retribution against Israel. Just as Hassan Nasrallah was giving his speech, there were two huge sonic booms that shook the buildings here. People screamed, and clearly the tension is high all over Lebanon. Lebanese civilians still facing the aftershock, hospitals tending to the wounded. An intelligence source confirming to ABC News the details behind this week's attacks. Israel creating shell companies to manufacture and sell pagers to Hezbollah. According to the source, 1 to 2 ounces of explosives were planted in the pagers with a remote trigger switch to set off the blasts. This kind of attack planned 15 years in advance. The State Department continuing to insist on de-escalation.
We're going to continue to try to prevent that. So far, we have been successful of keeping it from turning into an all-out regional war, and that's what we're going to continue to try to pursue.
And at the same time, the Israeli Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, has said that Israel is entering a new phase of this war as Prime Minister Netanyahu vows to safely return residents to northern Israel. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Beirut.
Taking a live look outside right now. We got that cloud standing up there. Of course, it ain't blocking out the shade or the heat, I should say. You know.
You look up to, that's actually looking up to the east. You can actually turn on.
Yeah. Got that huge turn on the head, just we were like, whoop.
Okay, can you hear me now? There we go. Yeah. My apologies. No, but you can see that cloud looking off to the east that Jeffney pointed out. That is what looks like a little shower out there to the east. So there are a couple of showers that we're going to watch on radar today and this afternoon and this evening. Let me take you to the football forecast. We got, this is just one of the games. Randolph versus Lanier. This is at 7 p.m. at Alamo Stadium. Should be a good one, but it will be very hot. 93 degrees when the game kicks off at 8 o'clock, 87 at 9 p.m. So all the football games around will be very toasty and very humid. Pollen count is in. Everything's low here. Molds, ragweed, grass, no real big issues. And thankfully, molds are down from where they've been last couple days. Let's talk rain chances now. When do they start to pick back up? We do have a 10% chance today, but I think we have a slightly better chance as we get into next week. Tuesday and Wednesday will be the days that we watch as the storm system gets a little bit closer to Texas, at least. We'll talk about that, and we'll have another check on the tropics coming up in just a couple of minutes. Guys?
Thank you, Justin. Now looking at traffic out there. Most of the roads look pretty clear. I know we had some issues a little earlier. Jaffney, do you have any updates on those?
Yeah, it seems like all the crashes that we were talking about have cleared, except for this little minor crash that's happening at Loop 410, again, before Cherry Ridge. They only have a shoulder blocked at this time, so it doesn't seem like it's causing that bit of a disturbance. But if it is a part of your commute, please keep that in mind as they work to try to get this cleared up.
Now, this morning, we've also had a break in a case that's gone unsolved for nearly a year.
A man has been arrested in connection with the death of Joseph Banales, who was shot and killed before crashing his vehicle in Selma last year. In April, his family believed that was a road rage incident.
Now, fast forward to this morning, and Selma police say they have arrested someone for the crime, who came forward as a witness to the incident. That man has been identified by Selma PD as Jacob Daniel Serna. Police say they narrowed Serna down as a suspect because him and his car were in the area at the same time of the shooting, and it's thought to have happened. An arrest affidavit released by Selma PD states that Serna admitted to shooting at Banales and returned to the scene after his wife told him to go back. According to the affidavit, Serna is being charged with murder. Now, a nonprofit run by volunteer motorcycle riders in San Antonio wants to protect and empower children who have been abused as they navigate the court system.
The San Antonio chapter of Guardians of the Children say that the Bexar County is one of the worst counties in Texas for child abuse. Now, nonprofit companies around 100 kids every year as they testify in courtrooms about their case, a process that can sometimes last years. Guardians give kids a leather-cut jacket, let them pick out a biker name, and give them rides on their motorcycle and support them however they can. 75 local members in the San Antonio chapter say that the focus on helping abused children develop a victor mentality and learn how to be kids again.
It is to see on the other end how these kids can thrive, and that they don't have to feel like that victim that has been hurt and that has been just put through so many things that kids shouldn't be put through.
Guardians of the Children is having its once-a-year Victim to Victor fundraiser tomorrow at the Helotes Fairgrounds starting at noon. Nonprofit will be hosting several local businesses, vendors, and raffling off a brand new Harley Davidson motorcycle. You can find more information at KSAT.com.
Now, we've been talking about the Federal Reserve's this whole week now, the Federal Reserve's latest rate cut for a few days now. But what does it really mean for San Antonio residents?
We've been talking about the Federal Reserve, of course, latest for cuts for the days, and obviously everything that we need to know for our residents. We got to get over to Ivan Herrera to tell us exactly what we need to know.
Yes, let's talk about this. This 0.5% rate cut is not as big as expected, or it's bigger than expected, but it may not feel like a big deal just yet. Locally, it could make a difference in the coming months. Now, experts say San Antonio could see more job creation and business growth as cheaper borrowing costs encourage companies to expand.
The lowering interest rates will have a stimulative effect locally. I think more jobs are likely to be created, businesses are likely to expand, credit's going to be a little less expensive, and so all of those things are stimulative in nature.
And when it comes to your personal finances, don't expect big changes just yet. It may take a few months for the effects to trickle down, especially for credit cards and auto loans. On the other hand, savings accounts could become a little less attractive as interest rates drop, but there's still some value in keeping your money in high yields accounts for now.
Savings is maybe a little less attractive than it was, but these are still, especially compared to the last couple of decades, relatively, the interest rates are still relatively high.
Now, the Fed's biggest challenge right now is balancing the need to control inflation while avoiding a recession. So far, they've been able to keep both under control. But if inflation starts to rise again, the Fed might slow down on those rate cuts or even rise rates again. And so while the interest rate isn't making immediate waves, San Antonio could benefit with more jobs and a stronger economy in the months ahead. Of course, the Fed is meeting again in November and December. We'll be keeping an eye on those interest rates, either the cuts or if they decide to raise them, depending on the economy. So we just got to wait and see for now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks, Ivan, for all that great information.
9:40 right now, 82 degrees outside. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Coming up, our Sarah Acosta gives us a behind-the-scenes look at one of the groups celebrating our Hispanic heritage in South Texas. South Texas knows how to celebrate our Hispanic heritage, and throughout the month, there's tons of groups out there showing off our Tejano roots.
That includes the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center's Rio Bravo performances. Our Sarah Acosta got a preview of what they're all about.
Celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month through the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center's Rio Bravo performance that features 20 folklorico dancers and 10 mariachi musicians showcasing the history of South Texas Tejano roots.
We celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month year-round. That's all we do, all the time. But we know that this period marks a time when people give special attention to our culture. So we save some of our most dazzling and special showcases for this time of year. And that's why we are presenting it now.
Christina Bailly, the executive director of the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center, says this performance celebrates the fusion of Texan and Mexican influences, highlighting both cultures in a visual and emotional way.
The dance company does an interpretive dance of their way of life and culture, and then going all the way through the Spanish conquest, the colonial periods, the music of South Texas and northern Mexico, going all the way to current day Tejano music.
She says like children and families see the Nutcracker every year, she says Mexican-American children should experience this performance as well, which is why it's being recorded live to eventually be shared with classrooms across Texas, along with a curriculum.
Every Mexican-American child in the state of Texas should see this show, because this will help them understand who they are and where we come from and why we live the way we live today.
You can enjoy Rio Bravo this Friday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at the Buena Vista Theater right here at the UTSA downtown campus. Tickets are $30 each. For more information, just head to KSAT.com. I'm Sarah Acosta, KSAT 12 News.
And today at 10 a.m. SA Live is going to be at Rio Bravo also in just a few minutes, and they're going to tell us about a big star that will be there.
Oh, excited about that. Speaking of stars, let's get to the star of the zoo. And we're talking about our flamingos. You know who they are. Look at them doing their thing today. Of course, again, a bit humid outside, but that's all right. You never know exactly what mood they're in today, but those are birds.
They're kind of a creature of habit, huh?
They are. They just stand there. But it's cool, though. You know what? If you want to go out to the zoo today, head on out there, but make sure you stay hydrated.
Yes, it's okay right now, but as you get into the afternoon, it's not going to be so much fun to be out there, at least if you're not in the shade. So, yes, find some shade. And we look at the radar this morning. There actually are a few cooling showers, but they are few and far between. Very light there in northern Atascosa County, out towards Medina County. Parts of Uvalde County. I mean, these are very quick, light showers. We haven't seen much around San Antonio, although we have a couple of light returns there on the southwest side. And then as you go further west out near Del Rio, a couple showers here too. So we'll take it. Again, it's not a lot. It's not going to fill up the rain gauge by any stretch of the imagination. But, even just the clouds help a little bit. 87 at 11 o'clock, 90 noontime. We're up around 97 this afternoon. Feels like numbers 103 to 104. And there is a small chance for shower or storm later today, too. If we did see that, it would be like yesterday, maybe a little bit more robust than the stuff we're seeing this morning. But still, it's going to be very, very isolated. As we look outside, you can see the clouds trying to get vertical there. And that's the kind of cloud that might produce a little bit of rain as we look off to the north and west with this camera. 82 in San Antonio, 81 New Braunfels, 82 in Converse, upper 70s for Bernie and Kerrville. We still have got that southerly wind, which is drawing in good moisture. Our dew point trend, I can tell you dew points do come down a little bit. So the humidity drops ever so slightly this weekend and probably parts of next week too. So it'll feel a little bit better. Temperatures come down as well. So it's good on both fronts. And as we look down the line here, it's our heat high that's moving out of the way that's really going to do a lot for us. We've got one storm system that'll move across the country. It'll drag a front into North Texas, and that may sink down into the hill country by late on Monday. I don't think it comes through San Antonio, but there's a chance of a shower or two along that. Then we get another low one behind that on Tuesday into Wednesday. I think this provides a little better chance for rain, and this too may push the front through. So that could help out as well. I don't think our rain chances are huge, and there's still some discrepancies as to exactly where this low will track. But I think we do add in some rain chances Tuesday into Wednesday, and that's not a bad thing. Make it a little bit cooler by the end of the week too, which would be fantastic. The other player in all this, and again, we have a lot of moving parts in this forecast, is what's going on down in the tropics. You start to see these showers and storms building, and it's quite numerous, these storms over parts of Central America. Now, at some point, we think there will be some organization to this. The question will be where, and quite honestly, in this kind of pattern and this kind of setup, it is impossible to know where we'll get some development. But somewhere within this orange bubble here, there likely will be something, and we have about a 40% chance of development according to the Hurricane Center. The other part to all this is, if we were to get something to develop, where does it move? And a lot of that's going to depend on what happens with these storm systems that I just showed you moving across the country. I think there's still a lot of questions there as to how this would all evolve. And so we're just going to have to wait and see for now. It's just, unfortunately, that's where we are. It's a wait and see type thing. But I think by early next week, we will have a much better idea of kind of how all of this will unfold and how it would impact us here, if at all. 96 Saturday, 94 Sunday, 93 Monday. We do add in those rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday, just a 20% chance. And yes, temperatures do come down too. So a little bit better. I'm waiting for those days where we have highs in the 80s. We're not quite there yet, but I feel like it's just around the corner.
We're getting closer.
Well, these fronts are starting to get a little bit closer, and that's encouraging.
Yeah.
We're pumped up.
Well, the weekend unofficially starts every week at 10 a.m. on Friday because that's when the party starts at SA Live.
Let's head on down to Market Square where we hear from Jen, has the recipe for a perfect weekend. How you doing, Jen?
All right, you ready for this recipe? All right, here it is. Pizza and puppies. Okay, how about that combination? That's what it's all about. There's a big event happening this weekend. And here to tell us more, we've got Justine Greer, Director of Community Engagement with the San Antonio Pets Alive, and Callie Taylor with Via 313. They brought pizza and this cutie right here. Justine, who is this?
This here is Morticia. Yeah, she's adorable.
So cute.
She's a 3-month-old puppy who was saved from Animal Care Services.
Okay.
Say hi, Morticia.
Sweet girl. girl. Okay,
She's
so,
the sweetest.
I
yes.
mean, we see her and this cuteness. There's going to be so many more puppies.
There will be
at the puppy
a
party. Tell me
lot
about
of
it.
puppies, yes. So at the puppy pizza party, we'll have a lot of adoptable dogs as well, adoptable dogs and puppies, so people can come out, hang out with them, snuggle with them, and maybe even go home with their new furry friend. And obviously also enjoy a lot of pizza too.
Yes, pizza and puppies, two of my favorite things in the world. Okay, how did you guys get connected with Via 313?
So Via 313 picked us as a charity of the month and reached out to us, and as we were talking, we thought, oh, an adoption event would be amazing to find loving homes for these really adorable fur babies.
What a great idea. Okay, and Callie, with the other star, you know, we got the puppies, but it's also this jalapeno pizza. What is it called? The jalapeno?
The jalapeno papa.
Bam. Tell me about this pizza. Wow.
So this is basically just a deconstructed jalapeno popper. So we have a whipped cream cheese underneath our cheese. Then we have our classic cheese base, which is mozzarella and cheddar cheese. Then we have fresh sliced jalapenos, bacon on top, and then we drizzle it with a sriracha hot honey.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you couldn't see me, but my dog's like, oh, cream cheese in there too. And for those who aren't familiar with the Detroit style pizza, there's a reason the sauce is on top, correct?
Yes.
That's all Detroit.
Yes.
Okay, it's some of my favorite pizza here in town. Okay, and you guys are no stranger to giving back, right?
Definitely not.
So you guys partner how often?
We try to partner every month and a half. So every time we have a new pizza, we have a new charity, and then $1 per item goes to the proceeds, and then all the proceeds from our ranch do go to the charity as well.
And it is National Pepperoni Pizza Day, by the way. So they brought this, and you guys have a deal for our viewers?
Yes. Today we have $10 small pepperoni pizzas in Detroit style, and then in gluten-free, they are $14.50 for the small pepperoni.
Thank you both so much. By the way, they have some of the best gluten-free crust. They also have dairy-free options for people. Again, the Pizza Puppy Party is happening tomorrow from 5 to 7 at Via 313 at Culebra Commons. All right, sounds like a fun time. Okay, guys, and I'm sorry, I know normally we send you food.
It's okay.
We're everywhere today. I will eat this for you. How about that? Okay? I'll take a nice bite for you.
Enjoy the national holiday. Let's get it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll be back.
Hey there, looking for a fancy place to go this weekend? Social media creator Tally Joyce tells us her Friday finds. Tally, what bougie places should we try?
Hi, I am so excited. There's so many new places opening up, and with the weather being so nice, I recommend going to 2 new rooftops. One of them is called High Praise. It's located inside the Intercontinental Hotel, and it's amazing. They have a nice pool, and they have different events coming up as well for the fall. And then the other hotel is called Tenfold. It's inside the Kimpton Hotel. It's so luxurious. It really doesn't feel like you're in San Antonio, but I love it because you get to see the skyline. The drinks are good and the food as well. So I really recommend checking them out.
All right, those are great. You can follow her on Instagram at Tally Joyce. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Let's take a look outside real quick. Things are looking good. You see, everything is kind of moving along just smoothly. You got your standard construction sites and all that good stuff. So, hey, if you out on the roadways, keep it safe because we don't want to have to cover anything awful happening right now, especially at the start of the weekend.
And just a reminder, those closures around Broadway are coming up. So you can always find the latest on KSAT.com.
It's time to get to Justin.
Yeah, it is. 97 today. Heat index will be up around 105. We had a heat index yesterday around 106. So I expect similar setup today, and we'll see some of those quick pop-up showers or storms this afternoon. But the odds of you seeing any rain are low, 10%. Pretty quiet weekend, and then I think we finally do start to see some changes next week. Hopefully we get a front. If not that, at least some small rain chances and a little more cloud cover. So things are looking up.
Hey.
So still kind of pool weather. My kids keep asking. We can still go to the pool, right? We can still go to the pool?
Of course.
Do it.
Yeah.
And again, on Sunday, when it's the official first start to the fall, right?
We'll take our pool photo.
Go to the pool, but get your little, what y'all drink, the little spice
pumpkin
latte
spice.
put ice in it. It'd be like a cocktail.
Yeah.
You know, throw some vodka in it. Whatever you want to do. Have a good time this weekend. All right, and speaking of a good time, man, going over to SA Live. Y'all have a blessed one.
celebrating 10 years. Live from historic Market Square, this is SA Live.
You know, I think Jackie's onto something, a pumpkin spice cocktail. All right, it's a fun Fiesta Friday for these 5 finalists. Take a look at their posters. Each artist was given a canvas to create their